Is Social Security about to see an increase? According to new reports, the Trump administration is actively exploring ideas that could impact more than 70 million Americans who rely on these monthly benefits. While much of it is still in the discussion phase, the proposals being floated could reshape how Social Security is funded and potentially increase benefits for retirees, people with disabilities, and survivors. One of the biggest developments fueling this conversation is the surge in tariff revenue. In just 2 months, August and September, the U.S. collected a record $62.8 billion, averaging around $31 billion per month. Former President Trump has already suggested that part of this money could be redirected to American households in the form of direct stimulus payments ranging from $1,000 to $2,000. If such a plan were to move forward, beneficiaries of Social Security would likely be included, though eligibility details remain unclear. For many, that alone could mean a welcome cash infusion during tough economic times. But the conversation doesn't end there. Many are now asking, if the government can hand out stimulus checks from tariff revenue, could it also raise monthly Social Security benefits? In theory, yes, and there are a few ways this could be achieved. One option being discussed is adjusting the Social Security tax rate. Currently, workers and employers each pay 6.2%, for a total of 12.4%. If the federal income tax were reduced or eliminated, a broader Trump administration goal, there might be room to slightly raise the Social Security payroll tax rate without most workers noticing, since they would still take home more money overall. That additional revenue could then help shore up the trust fund and provide a pathway to increased monthly benefits. Another proposal involves raising the income cap subject to Social Security taxes. Right now, only wages up to about $180,000 are taxed. After that, income is exempt. By lifting the cap to $250,000, the program could generate significantly more revenue from higher earners, while still potentially offering them lower rates on income above that threshold. This change would spread the tax burden more evenly while adding to the trust fund stability. For middle-class workers, this wouldn't change much, but for the program as a whole, it could be transformative. These ideas are part of a larger conversation about balancing immediate relief with long-term sustainability. While stimulus checks provide short-term help, they don't fix the underlying financial challenges facing Social Security. Raising or broadening payroll taxes, however, could extend the life of the program while also opening the door to higher monthly payments. The challenge is designing a plan that provides relief without alienating taxpayers or creating economic ripple effects. It's also worth noting how different groups would use these funds. According to reports, younger adults are more likely to save or invest stimulus payments, including in speculative assets like cryptocurrencies. Older adults, however, typically spend the money quickly on food, rent, medication, or other daily essentials. That immediate circulation of funds into the economy is part of why some policymakers see Social Security beneficiaries as a priority group for stimulus and benefit increases. Of course, much of this remains speculation. No official bill has been introduced, and Congress would ultimately need to approve any sweeping changes to Social Security funding or benefits. For now, the proposals highlight the competing pressures of keeping Social Security solvent, delivering political wins, and providing meaningful financial relief to millions of Americans. If tariff revenue continues to climb, the pressure to redirect some of that money into benefits will only grow. For Social Security recipients, the key takeaway is that while talk of increases is gaining momentum, nothing has been finalized yet. Stimulus checks tied to tariffs are possible, Payroll tax changes are being considered, and the income cap may eventually be raised, but these are ideas, not laws. The best move for now is to stay informed and cautious, recognizing that while 2025 could bring important shifts, much of the discussion is still in the early stages.